Alright, what's up guys? Chocosir here, and we're back with another Secret of Mana Randomizer Challenge Seed. This one is going to be focused on one-hit kills, and I will get into that in just a second. But anywho, this one is called Rip Midge Mallet and Moogle Belt, and you will see why it is titled that in just a second here. But yeah, we have 7 flags for this challenge seed. Starting off with restrictive logic, we have randomized boss elements. So the bosses are going to have randomized elemental affinities to them. Some of them may be non-elemental. They will be using spells of their elemental affinity. We also have, as I just finished explaining, one-hit KO enabled. So that means anything and everything that does damage will one-hit KO our characters. This also disables the defense from armor. So armor is effectively useless. The only things that are good about armor in this run is the special effects that some armors give, like the +5 strength from the power wrist, for example. That still works. Slow immunity from the golem ring, that still works. Frost protection from the frosty ring, and etc. All of those still work. However, all armor is going to have 0 defense and 0 magic defense. Also, the having 3 pieces of armor still boosts your evasion to like 80%. So that aspect about armor still works as well. So at the very least, we do want to have try to have 3 pieces of equipment on our characters, but that is pretty much the only use for armor on this run, and that could definitely save us from getting one shot. But other than that, 0 defense, 0 magic defense on all armor. So it doesn't matter if we have, hair ribbons or overalls or fairy crowns or amulet rings, anything of that nature, they will all have 0 defense. We also have the default max items set to 4 on this run instead of the usual 7. It is what it says. We only have a max of 4 items, 4 of each item, just like in vanilla Secret of Mana. So 4 candies, 4 chocolates, 4 walnuts, etc. We also have damage canceling set to consumables. Now what this means is normally you can damage cancel using either the Moogle Belt or the Midge Mallet, but on this seed we cannot do that, hence the title. We only have items to damage cancel with. So I don't, and someone who may know can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this applies to spells. So I think we can still use spells to spell cancel things or damage cancel, but I'm not sure. So I don't play many one-hit KO seeds anyway. So like I said, if someone knows, then feel free to comment down below. But items, we can use them to damage cancel anything that we need to in a pinch. We also have find both characters at current levels, so all 3 characters are in the seed. We will be starting off with the boys since we don't have a specified character start. And we also need 7 mana seeds to complete the run. So this is going to be a mana tree revival seed. So we don't have to worry about killing the mana beast or going through the mana fortress or grand palace or any of that. This is mana tree revival. Alright, so right off the top of my head, I think I need to play for safety instead of time. Because if I play for time, then we're just going to get killed. Main thing is we do not want to be rushing through areas as we normally do. We want to take our sweet time and deal with enemies as they show up. Because if the enemies get the first hit on us, then we're just dead. There's just no way around it. Unless we dodge. But yeah, we have to play our life for this seed. Alright, so let's get started. There will be deaths on this run. I'm almost guaranteed we're gonna die at least once on this run. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so starting off with the boy, of course. Our opening route is gonna consist of grabbing literally every freebie that we can get. We are not going to even think about fighting bosses right now. We're not even gonna touch them until we're good and ready. If we manage to find some elementals, if we manage to find a sprite or even a girl with Lumina, Salamando, something like that. Okay, whip start is actually not bad. Okay, whip has Beast Intelligence Stone. And I will be saving more often as well. Alright, so yeah, like I said, we have to play our life on this seed, otherwise we just die. Okay, 1,200 bucks. Okay, 5 elements needed for Grand Palace. That might not be any sort of concern because unless there's a seed on mech 3, then we don't really need to worry about that. Like I said earlier, I am checking armor shops because we want to find certain pieces of equipment, and we're gonna go ahead and drop a save here. We want to find things like power wrists. We want to find stuff like golem rings. Golem rings could be pretty useful. Okay, zombies. Alright, sword in Pandora. Okay, let's be careful walking down here. We also want to be extremely careful around enemies that have access to magic. Imps are a good example. Okay, Moogle Belt in the upper land. Okay, there's a goblin over there. I'm not sure where he is though. Ooh, did not see that guy. Okay, there he is. Okay, Undini is early. Good to know. Nothing there. And nothing there. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and rope out here. I think it was mushrooms in this spot, right? Yeah, okay. But as I said earlier, we want to deal with enemies as they show up, so they don't land any attacks on us. We also don't want to be opening chests either. Okay, Sylphid on a Mana Seed pad. Okay, good to know. Shade and Northtown. Alright. But yeah, we don't want to be opening treasure chests because they could contain traps, and traps will kill us. Poison Needle Trap is actually safe because the poison actually doesn't do anything at 1 HP. But if we open chests and we get, you know, punch gloves or bombs or anything of that nature, then we're just dead in the water. So we don't want to be opening treasure chests. We'll try not to open them anyway. But we want to be extremely careful around enemies that have magic, enemies that are super aggressive. Like werewolves, for example. Werewolves will decimate us if we find them. Alright, Jab Orb. Mush Glooms are another good example of a really aggressive enemy. Okay, there's the Light Seed. So we are already 1 seed up. Again, we're looking for things like power wrists, golem rings. Okay, bandana, sure, we grabbed that. I could have grabbed that wristband, but I'm not going to. Again, we want 3 pieces of gear. We already have our overalls. So we have 2 out of 3 pieces of gear right now. I'm looking for power wrist for the +5 to strength. Okay, whimpers. Okay, let's see who's over here. Shapeshifter. Okay, we can just run past this guy. Shapeshifters are pretty harmless in themselves. We don't have to worry about them one-shotting us. Gotta watch out for those types of enemies as well. That can throw their little projectiles at you. Okay, there's Undini. Let's see. I think we want to go. We can check out the hint at Kaipo. We can check the shop for power wrist. Power wrist is the main thing I want right now, honestly. You will walk up. Move, little girl. Thank you. Can't stand her. Always in the way. Okay. Silver band. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. We don't want silver band. We don't want to be spending a bunch of money on armor either. Okay, Moonseed at a ped. Okay. Alright, so far we know the swords in Pandora, that's a cutting weapon. Sylphid is on a ped, and the Moonseed is on a ped as well. Okay. Headgear, chain vest. Yeah, we don't need those. I will go ahead and take these though. Like I said earlier, it doesn't matter what armor you have on, they will all have 0 defense. And only their special effects are working. Okay, nothing on that sign, unfortunately. We are going to the castle to check on Miss Prim, see what she has for us. And if we get a good time on the seed, then we get a good time on the seed. But as I said in the beginning, we are not playing for time at all. Okay, ooh, okay, there's our sword. Prim has our sword, agility stone. Sure, we can take that. The whip had intelligence, right? Yeah, okay. Can probably save that for the sprite. Once we find him, that is. Or the girl. More so sprite right now because we have Undini. And we have a mana seed. So let's see. Moogle Village. We assess the enemies. Ugh, okay, this is bad. It's just bad. Let's be careful. We want to just deal with these guys as we go along. Spin. So the last thing we want is to get spun on by some random metal crawler that we can't see. That's the last thing we want. Alright, we got the Moogle belt and 600 bucks. Okay. 600 bucks, that's nice. Nico, what you got? Oh wow, he has our power wrist. Here's hoping that some other shop has that. Because if not, then I have to come back there for the power wrist. And Nico sells them for 300, unfortunately. They're usually 150, but Nico sells them for double price, as he does with everything else. So here's hoping that they are sitting at some other shop. Okay, we don't want anything there. Coon caps are nice, but we don't need any raccoon caps. Okay, there's our Sprite. It's actually perfect. Okay, Sprite looks like he came in with the spear, so we're gonna go ahead and swap him to the whip here, since it does give intelligence. Okay, so we do have a Sprite, which makes things a little easier. Let's see, we want to go to Santa's house. Alright, Dark Seed under the Christmas tree. Interesting. Okay, so the Dark Seed is sitting at the Frost Giga spot. That's what that hint means, by the way. Under the Christmas tree means the Frost Giga spot. I mean, technically we can go grab that right now, but we don't want to be fighting bosses right now, so we will save that for later. We know where it is. Okay, we got rabbits. Let's just run. Wait for this guy to hop down. Come on. There we go. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and fire off 3 free spells here. And get this to level 1. Okay. Nice. Also, I feel that long-range weapons are going to be more advantageous. Alright, come on down. Okay, we got him. Alright, boom orb. Rope out. Yeah, we know the Dark Seed's here, but we're not going to go after it right now. Okay, so from here we want to go to the lighthouse. I could go Sunken Continent. We do have the whip. We can at the very least check out the Grand Palace chest. But I would rather go to Tasnica. Not to mention I need to get Sprite some armor. Well, I need to get him 2 other pieces of armor. He already has his mid-rope. I could go back to Nico, give him another power wrist. I could do that. So basically, our money on this seed is going to be mostly spent on maybe weapon upgrades, fairy walnuts if we don't find Luna, and consumables if I need more. Okay, we want to walk over to the left here. Oh, Eggertress? Alright, we got you. I'm not worried about you. There we go. Alright, sword orb from the king. We take that. And Mech 3 is dead. Okay, so we do not need to worry about Grand Palace orbs on this run, because there's nothing on Mech 3 that we want. We're gonna come up here, check the shop, and see if there's anything cheap. I need to get to the Sprite here. Ooh, okay, power wrists are here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2. Get one for the girl once we get her. Can't get anything else though. Nah. Alright. Okay, so we just gotta give the Sprite a hat. Now, if I manage to get enough money, we could get stuff like circlets for the Sprite, Lazuri ring for the Sprite, and boost his intelligence even further. I could. Okay, nothing there. I think I go Mandala here. Yeah, we go Mandala. I'm gonna check the shop for a helmet for Spud if it has any. A nice cheap one. Okay, Golem Ring. We don't need any of that. No. We do have a sword orb, so I might as well go ahead and forge that while I'm here. And that way we have a better weapon. Alright, let's see. Claymore is increased crit, strength, and giant. Nice. We take that. Increased crit and strength is always nice to have on a weapon, especially a weapon like the sword or the axe or the spear, the bow even. Alright, what do we got? Nothing. Boomerang is late. Bows in a furnace, okay. Light seed we already have. Water seeds in Northtown, okay, good to know. Javelin mid, and nothing. Okay, so water seeds in Northtown, that's a good hint. Bows in a furnace, so that means we don't need to check the salamander oven because we know the bow is there. We don't need the bow for anything. Fire Palace, yeah, I could, but let's go to Kakara first. Try to get the spider helmet here. Okay, there's Missouri ring. Yeah, I guess we can check Fire Palace, sure. If only for the information. Alright, we got Dark Knights. Careful, careful, careful. We do not want to get one shot here. Oh, okay, we can actually do this, I think. Yeah, we can. Very nice. Okay, what's over here? Owls. Okay. Smack that. Woo! Whoa, did you see that? He came flying over toward me. It looked like he was about to smack me there. Okay, 1,600 bucks. Sulfate, okay. Alright, so sulfate needed for the second orb. We can't do anything about that since we don't have sulfate, obviously. We know where sulfate is, though. We know sulfate's on a ped. I suppose we can check the Moon Palace as well. Because we know sulfate's on a ped, we know that the Moon Seed is also on a pedestal. Alright, this is Luna. Okay. Alright, so it looks like Luna locked herself out of her own palace, so we have to go find her to get in there. Let's see. We know the water seed is in Northtown, so I might as well check and see if it's free. It could be. Okay, there's that. The only purpose the Midge Mallet and the Moogle Belt have on this run is to reverse those status effects. That's literally all they're useful for on this run. Because, as I said in the beginning, we cannot damage cancel with those items. This is a tough decision. I think I might as well go ahead and get it. Yeah, I might as well. And then my sprite will have +5 intelligence for his spells. I know it was 2,300 gold, I know, but I mean, +5 intelligence is +5 intelligence, especially early. Alright, Chrissy says, look for the dryad seed in a chest. Okay. Out of the way, Chrissy. Come on. No. There we go. Chrissy trying to block my exit there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and grab this as well. This is in case we run into the girl. I have 3 pieces of armor for her. We have a power wrist waiting on her, and now we have that quill cap. So we are pretty much done with buying armor for the rest of the run. All right, let me save in case there's something rude up here. Yeah, I'm not gonna sleep. My sprite should be close to level 2, if he's not level 2 already. No, he's not. Okay, so I might need to kill a few things. Alright, let's check the vicinity, see what's up here. Ooh, okay, need lions might be a little bit dangerous. Let's be careful. Okay, I'm gonna let him walk down. Like I said, we do not want to just walk through areas all willy-nilly because we will get killed. Ideally, we want to let the enemies come to us first. Okay, nice. Come on. I know you're up there. Got him. We absolutely have to play our life. Spike, can you hit that for me? Good job. Good job. Okay, now this room might be a little bit tricky. Okay. Oh, that's actually unfortunate because... Okay, whip orb. Hit that. Okay. Nice. Whip orb, bow orb. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna push this chest here. I'm gonna move sprite there. We're going to open this. Okay, that's money. Okay, let me move my sprite right there. I think we're okay. Okay, we're good. In case one of those chests had traps in them, I was prepared to swap over to the sprite and walk out of the room before the trap triggered. Okay, we're gonna reset that because I wasn't ready. Now that I think about it. Okay, hold on. Hit this. We're gonna save because there's a room in the dungeon with 3 enemies that are gonna be starting right in my face. And the last thing we want is for them to pick me off before I have the chance to do anything. So we're gonna drop a hard save. We're gonna check this room. Okay. There's one up here. It's okay if we gain levels. I'm not worried about their scaling right now. Okay, Griffin hand. We want to move to the left, smack him. Yep, here we go. So that means there's going to be Griffin hands in the next room. Let's see. I think what we want to do. I need something with I might be able to run to the right really quickly and avoid getting killed here. I need you to cast something though. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Nice. Alright. That's the room I was afraid of right there. Ooh, okay, girl is here. Alright, girl has the axe. Interesting. Alright, so I have stuff for you. You can have that. You can have that, and you can keep that on. Axe has agility dryad, spears, con dryad. Flip out. Alright, so no water seed. Ah, jeez. Let's be careful. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Sometimes what happens is that these guys can counterattack. I'm just gonna flame me out of here. I'm just gonna flame me out. So with some enemies, when you hit them, they will immediately attack you. And there's literally nothing you can do about it. A good example of enemies that do that are need lions. Well, pebblers do it too. Goblins do it. Now, I'm not even sure if they're even counterattacks, but they do attack you as soon as you hit them. And some enemies just do that. Okay, I kind of wish I had a long-range weapon for her, though. I might just go with the spear here. Okay, what are we dealing with in here? Okay, Metroids or Marmor Blues, we don't care about them. Okay, speaking of pebblers. Now, this place might be a little bit difficult to get through. Come on, let's go. Alright, we don't care about them. We do care about slimes, though. Slimes are definitely something we don't want to be running into. As a matter of fact, I'm probably gonna go ahead and skip getting the back chest because we have to go through a lot of rooms with enemies in them. And we're prone to dying getting there, so I might just skip it. I am gonna skip it actually, there's no might in it. Okay. Alright, let's be careful of these guys. Let's be careful, let's be careful. We don't like those. Okay, we don't like ghosts either because they can cast magic. Oh, she actually died. I see. Alright, Spirit. Flame me up. I think she got picked off right as we left the room. Okay, so we have the axe. I guess we can go to Dark Palace here. Honestly, what I should do is just buy some dang cups of wishes. And stock up on those. We'll get chocolates too. Alright, so let's see. We sleep at the inn. We'll revive her. And then we go to Dark Palace. Drop a save. But yeah, getting that back chest out of Northtown Ruins is super dangerous. We don't want to be dealing with a bunch of rooms with enemies in them. Alright, let's see what's in here. Werewolves. Werewolves are super bad. Okay, here's what we do. You can cast this. And you can... I think Boy's dead here. Oh, no he's not. He dodged. Okay. Woo. Thank goodness for that dodge, actually. Yeah, werewolves are definitely scary. And these guys are scary too. Ugh. We got turtle lances there. No. Okay, here's what I do. We walk up with the sprite, we smack him with the whip. There we go. Hit him. Thank you. Yeah, checking this right now is pretty dangerous too. Especially that second chest is going to be dangerous because I know there's 2 werewolves there. Okay, let him walk up. No, come on up here. Up here. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, this is bad. Like I said, these guys are dangerous too. We don't like turtle lances. That's why I wanted to lure him up. Are you serious? He was right there. Oh my god, these things. Okay, I'm actually gonna leave him dead for now. I probably shouldn't though. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. Ugh. Okay, we got a wolf there. There's a bee up there. We smack you. Did I hit him? I did hit him. Okay. Let's see. Swap the spray. We smack here. Yep. He walks over. He walks over again. Dies. There we go. There's another one to the left. I think. Yeah, there he is. Come on, over here. All right, $1,000. Is there a wolf over here? B. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's just certain types of enemies are just very dangerous to deal with. Back out, back out, back out. Okay. We want to hit this from over here. Yeah. There we go. All right. We rope out. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing we did before. And we might not get as lucky this time though. Okay. All right, now we got to do it again. Because there's 2 of them in here. Probably what I'm gonna do is this. Nicely done. Okay, there's the wind seed. Excellent. Woo! Okay. Rope out. That was super scary. I wonder if it's worth getting the Jock and Jack hints. Maybe? No. Let's go. We don't like headcounts. Headcounts can cast magic, which we don't want that happening. All right, so let's see. I suppose we can grab. I suppose we can grab the Sunken City chest, maybe? Okay. No, 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 no. Get over here. Hit this. Thank you. I also need to check experience levels too. 35, 35, 47. Okay. Something over here. Oh, might have been P. No. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Ooh, we're not good. Let's see. We want to stand here. There we go. Nice. Okay, Blat. Smack this. Alright, Axe Orb. I think I'm just out of here actually. I'm not gonna check the Grand Palace chest. I could, but I'm not going to. I honestly think we just go to Pandora here. We'll restock on cups. My Sprite side of MP, yeah. Honestly, what I could do is get my freeze up to level 2. I could. Because I think I only need, I want to say 2 or 3 casts. I kind of want to go into the boss fight with a level 2 freeze rather than level 1. Yeah, 2. Okay. Oh, and we level 2. That's actually good because we get our MP back. We might not level up against the boss though. Oh wait, Sprite's experience is off because he died. Oh no, no, we're good, we're good. We're good. Okay, let me save. Alright, let's go. Alright, now we need to start killing bosses. We have 2 seeds, we have Undini, level 2 sword, we have an int weapon on Sprite. Okay, we got crawlers, we got buzzbees. Okay, Sleep Flower is a minor annoyance. I need to, nope. That's why we don't like Sleep Flower, by the way, folks. Ooh, that star spread, I saw that. We got freaking giant weapons, unfortunately. Yeah, we got ghouls. Come on, come on. Chairs we definitely want to kill. Kill this. Where are you? I'm thinking about just giving her the axe here. Thinking about it. There's a crawler right there. I see you. I see you. You ain't fooling nobody. Yeah, I'm thinking about just giving her the axe. And that way she'll actually walk up and hit something. Okay. Swap the sprite. Okay. We want to try and deal with each enemy as we see them. You don't want to be running past them because that's when you are sure to die. Or almost sure to die. Okay, let's... There we go. Go! Okay, whew. Close one. You should be dead, right? Yeah. Alright, sleep is fine. Well, sleep is not fine, but... we can deal with it. He's gonna hop, he's gonna hop, he's gonna hop, he's gonna hop. Back off. Let him walk up. Okay. There we go. I honestly should just leave with the sprite at this point. Yeah. I should just leave with the sprite. Because he has my whip and it has petrify on it. Okay. Crawler. Got him. Alright. Alright, we got through there. That could have been a lot worse. Now, as far as bosses are concerned, we want to try and kill them ASAP. And not let them get anything off if we can avoid it. Okay, we got Dark Gigas here. Let's see. I just hope it's a no. It's not enough. Alright, we want to cancel that because that is a death. This is where I need to damage cancel here. There we go. Alright, so unfortunately those level 2 free spells weren't enough. And unfortunately for me, it was a Thunder Gigas, which has more HP. More base HP than the other two. And that means we need to go get some walnuts. Alright, $1,000. Now, yeah, killing these enemies is going to, you know, spike up their levels. Well, not spike them up, but gradually make them stronger. But we kind of can't help it because we really want to play our life and we want to be as defensive as we can. Because if we try to ignore these enemies that we're running across, we're just gonna get killed. Alright, Treasury has a Sword Orb, the Dryad Seed, Boom Orb, the Gloves, Salamando, and a Sword Orb. Okay. Sword Orbs are good. What about Salamando's nice as well. Pretty sure we want to go Dwarf Village here. Actually, I think what we want to do is turn in the Wind Seed. The reason why we want to turn in the Wind Seed is so we can open up the Wind Palace and we can level our magic to level 3. Okay, let's get some walnuts. How much money do I have? Okay, yeah, we got enough. We're good. I kinda wanna forge some stuff here. But before I do, okay, Strength Dryad. We keep that. I gotta get off some of these Dryad weapons, honestly. Alright, so what I can do here is I'm gonna try to forge the sword. Alright, Charlemagne. Okay, ugh. Not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Luna Ent. Force the gloves, sure, why not? Source Rampage. Okay, Strength and Fire is actually not bad because now we have she can status affect some of these enemies too, which is good. And Spike and Petrify, Girl can set them on fire. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so let's go Wind Palace. And the plan here is to kill whatever's here, or try to anyway, and level our spells to level 3. Alright, what are we dealing with here? Kettlekin. Oh, what element are you, first of all? Fire? Yeah. Okay. The main objective here is to get the jump on your enemy, because if you let the enemy get the jump on you, then you're dead. It's plain and simple. Unless you dodge. Unless you somehow dodge. Alright, Boom Orb. We are level 9. Let's see. We are going to check and see what's here first of all, and then we level our magic to level 3. Okay, Axe Orb and the... Ooh. Actually, that Javelin might be nice. Maybe, but we'll see. I need one more to level 3, right? Yeah. Okay, so we work on fire here. Yeah, I suppose we can get her magic to level 3 too. Or her Salamando anyway, not her Undini. Because we don't need her Undini at level 3. The reason why I'm casting Flame Saber is because it's cheaper to use than Fire Bouquet. At 10 MP, I only get 3 casts of Fire Bouquet versus 5 casts with Flame Saber. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off Flame Saber right now. There we go. Lava Wave shouldn't be too far behind. There we go. Alright, we're good. I'm gonna drop the save as well. Alright, so we have Girl at level 3, Girl Salamander at level 3. Give you these. And I think my next play is probably Guy's Navel here, so let's do that. We pretty much have everything open to us right now, just about. Okay, we don't need to forge. We are going to save here, though. I know I just saved, but we're going to save again. Save a slot, too. Alright, who is this? Ooh. I think he's Lunar Element. As a matter of fact, you can join in. Good. Okay. All right. We still need 4 more seeds. Okay, Spears Orb, Luna, and ooh, wow, Luna and Lumina here. That is really good because now we have access to Luna. In fact, what I might do is take another trip to Wind Palace and level that up to level 3. Well, I might level Lumina up to level 3. But I'll probably do that later, though. I think once my girl's MP hits 12, I'll do it. Because right now, she can only cast it twice. Okay, Mech Rider, he's Dark Element, too. Well, might as well start doing it now. Okay. I wonder how I feel about an early game clear. Javorb. Okay, there's the Sea Hare Tail. Yeah, might as well keep that. Might as well. What level are we? 10? 11. Okay. Level 11. Probably going to go Witch's Castle here, but before we do that, okay, Careful. Be careful, ladies. You don't want to get killed. We drop a save and check out Undini's cave. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong, some enemies we can just run past, you know, like zombies because they're slow. Alright, let's be careful in this first room here. We got ducks, we're good. We're not worried about them. Captain Ducks are not aggressive at all. Hydra? Yeah. Dead. Okay. I mean, we're doing okay so far. We're getting checks done. Alright, glove orb. Level 12. We should have 12 MP now, right? Oh, we need level 13 for that. Never mind. Alright, what do we got? Glove orb and spear orb. No thanks. Okay. So we want to go to Witch's Castle. Yeah, let's try Witch's Castle. And on the way there, I'm gonna level up my Luna to level 3. Not to mention we can stun enemies in the process. Level 2 Luna. We got Fierce Heads. Alright, I'm gonna have to smack this guy. Careful. Nice. Gotta be mindful of those counter attacks from these enemies. Ow. I didn't realize that arrow could hit that far. Get up. Yeah, let's be careful in here, especially because they're wolves. Oh, they're casting. They're casting. Okay, we're good. Alright, so we know that wolf lords are in Poltershire spot. So there's going to be 2 near the end here. Alright, let's drop a save. Stop my spell, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, these wolves might get aggressive on me. No, they won't. There we go. Alright, let's see what we got here. No more hints. Okay. So that means we already have what those 3 hints were going to pertain to, which is quite unfortunate. Alright, we got another vampire here. What beam here? Alright, still 3 seeds though. It's not hard complexity, so I mean, a hard complexity or not, it shouldn't matter too much. Alright, we got a Jab Orb and the Earth Seed. Okay, Earth Seed is good. We take that. We can't get through Earth Palace though, unfortunately, so let's see. We rope out, or blame me out rather. I'm tempted to just get stuff to level 4. We need 7 seeds. We know that the Dark Seed is on Frost Gigas. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think I'll go grab that now. And then come here. Yeah, I'll do that. We know the Dark Seed's at Frost Gigas, so let's go get that. And we know that the Moon Seed is on a pedestal. As is Sylphid. Okay, let's be careful of the rabbits. Nice. Get over here. Freaking slimes, I hate those things so much. Oh my god. Alright, let me res. Slimes are super dangerous because they damage you when you touch them. Alright, I need to stun them with something. There we go. Might just be dead actually. Or not. Okay. Girl, get over here. Okay, there's gonna be slimes in this next room too. Swing. Alright, we're good. Woo! Okay. Don't open that. Yeah, slimes damage you when you touch them. Okay, that's another Hydra. We got 8 with that. Okay. Yeah, that slime room could have been absolutely fatal. Because you have to keep track of your AI characters because they like to run up and kill things. Or try to kill things. Alright, level. Did we level up there? We did, okay. I do believe there are slimes up here. Okay, hold on. A fish. No, a fishes, okay. I think we could just walk up it. Yeah. Alright, watch out for the dog funk. Get up here, you two. Those guys can cast Blaze Wall. We don't want that happening. Come on, you two. Okay, this room's gonna be a little tricky. Alright, we're good. We're okay. We're okay. Snake. Are you water element, good sir? I think you are. You actually aren't. No, he's not. He might be non-elemental. Yeah, probably should not be casting Fireball here. Let me see how much this Magic Absorb does. 12. I need to hit him. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna cast Freeze here. Nope. Gotta keep her away. Alright, he's dead. Yeah, snakes are super deadly on one hit KO because they can just slither through your team and kill you. Okay, there's our Dark Seed. We knew that was there. Okay, so 5 seeds. Let me see. 5 seeds. We have the Earth Seed, but we don't have Shade. I don't want to go Pure Land just yet. I think my next play is probably Empire. And we don't need anything else. I honestly think I just keep her on the gloves. Jelly Dryad, we don't care about that. Valkyrian, I'm gonna force this too. Masamune. Ooh, nice. Strength and Stone. Yeah, we definitely keep that. Strength and Thunder. This might come in handy. I'm gonna keep that. That might come in handy. Because it'll come in handy on enemies such as slimes, which, although you can't You can't damage them when they're stunned. They lose their damage upon contact feature when they're stunned. So, and not to mention, we already saw 2 kinds of slimes already. So, I don't know. That might come into play. Who knows? Okay, let us go to North Town. I might as well clear out these bosses, honestly. I think I'll start with Ruins here because we left that back chest earlier. So I figure I might as well just do that. Alright, we do need to be careful here because there are enemies outside. At least I think there are. Aren't there? Oh, no, we left earlier, that's right. We left earlier. Okay, I don't know what I drained from there, but... Okay. Oh my god, you are... Oh crap. It's actually really unfortunate what happened there. That was really unfortunate that that bottom Emberman... Uh-oh. That bottom Emberman went sliding down toward the door. Let me reset. I need to go immediately to the left here to hit that owl before he silences me. Because we don't want that happening. Pork. Alright, we're good. I want to run along the bottom wall here. We should be relatively safe though, yeah. There's a water thug over there, right? Fiend head. Yeah, we can hit him. Yeah, Ruins is super scary. Okay. This room's gonna be scary too. Let me see. I think we want to just have you blaze wall here, and I'll try to hit here. All right, we petrified. That's good. Nice. Okay. It's just Mama Blues, we're good. Oh my god, really? The water seat was back here? No way. No way. That is cool, putting that there. Absolutely, positively, totally cool. Alright, so we have 6 seeds now. We still need 1 more seed though. Alright, Emberman. Okay. Next room we need to be careful though. Okay, come on, let's go. There's a reason why I'm casting Magic Absorb on everything, and that's just to stun them. Again. As long as we can stun them, then we're okay. No, we don't want them casting spells on us either. Okay, Dark Knights, we're good. We could just walk over here. Okay. Alright, what do we got? Wall? Yeah. Good? Yep. Woo! This seed is so stressful. This is a very stressful seed. Death is literally around pretty much every corner. Alright, Whip Orb, Spear Orb. Okay. I pretty much have to take whatever's back here at this point because we got that water seed. Glove and Pandora. Okay, we already got that. Let me see. You, sir, are weak to Dryad, I want to say, so... Dead. Alright. Yeah, we pretty much have to take whatever's here now because we got that water seed earlier. I probably should have just sucked it up and checked the back chest earlier. But it is what it is. I mean, you know, Rando's going to Rando. Boomor. Yeah, I should have just... There was nothing else back there. Unfortunate. Alright, how much money do we have? We have 7K. We are full on items, I think. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, so we still need to locate a 7th seed. I guess we can try Northtown Castle. Although the moon seed's on a ped though. So maybe I should start checking peds. Yeah, I should probably start checking peds. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We have the water seed ped, earth seed ped. We need shade for that. Wind seed we already did. Dark seed ped. We can do that. Light seed ped, we need the gold key. Dryad seed ped, we need to kill a boss to get to that. So let's do that first. And the moon seed obviously can't be on the moon seed pedestal. Ooh. Oh, God. Alright. Actually gonna go bouquet here. Dead. Oh wow, he actually drained 6 MP from her. It's probably because of our armor giving no magic defense. So Magic Absorb is actually kind of a threat. If used by bosses, that is. because she lost 6 MP during that. Alright, Javi Orb. Alright, Dryad Pet has Whip Orb and Glove Orb. Okay, reset. Reset. I mean, I guess we just check every pet that we can right now. With my luck, it's sitting behind the moon, not the moon seed, but it's sitting behind the fire seed pedestal. With my luck. Okay, Tonpole weak to fire looks like, so let's cast freeze here. Yeah. You should be dead, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Moon seed? Nope. No moon seed. Oh boy. Okay. So water seed was a bust. Dryad seed was a bust. We can't check the light seed pedestal. We don't have the gold key. We can't check earth seed. We don't have shade. I guess we check the dark seed pedestal now. I kind of don't want to, honestly. I think I had to. I think I had to. Okay. Oops. I didn't mean to walk out there. Yeah. I freaking hate these damn turtles. I really do. Because they only attack you when you line up with them. Dead. Turtle Lancers are really bad because they will attack you if you line up with them on their x-axis or their y-axis. Like, you have to be directly down or up for them to spin into you and directly across from them to use their little car attack on you. Alright, Lime Slime shouldn't be too much of an issue. As a matter of fact, girl, I probably shouldn't do it here though. I was thinking about Lucid Barrier, but this guy can actually status you. Yeah. Yeah, Turtle Lancers are a lot like Biting Lizard, where if you stand directly across from them, they will attack you. You have to be at sort of like an angle to them. They won't bother you. I mean, they'll walk towards you. They won't attack you if you're at an angle to them. But if you're directly across, like left or right or up and down, they will attack you. And when they're in like thin hallways like that, it's almost impossible to avoid them. Wow, it's not here either? What the hell? Okay. Where is this moon seed? Okay, so it looks like I need to find... Let's check castle. We might just need to find Shade or the gold key at this point. Or the fire seed. And Sylphid. Alright, let's check Metal Mantis. Okay. You are definitely Earth element, so I guess we go Freeze and Fire Bouquet. Yeah, your Earth element definitely. Dead. Okay, so the only pets we haven't checked yet are Earth Seed Pedestal, Fire Seed Pedestal, which we don't have the seed for that, and Light Seed Pedestal and Moon Seed Ped. We know Sylphid is on one of those pedestals. Okay, reset. Let's do a little process of elimination here. Sylphid can't be on the Fire Seed Pedestal. So it could be that the Moon Seed is there. We know that the Moon Seed cannot be on the Moon Seed pedestal, so the Moon Seed has to be either on the Earth Seed pedestal, Fire Seed pedestal, or the Light Seed pedestal. It has to be one of those three. I think I could just walk over here, right? Yeah. So I'm assuming we're looking for either Shade or Sylphid or the gold key. We're looking for any of those three items. Okay. Because Sylphid would lead us to the Fire Seed Ped. Shade leads us to the Earth Seed Ped. The gold key leads us to the Light Seed Ped. Tiger, 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 tiger! You two need to cast right now. Okay. He's dead. Okay. Tigers are especially dangerous because they can land on top of you and just flat out kill you at the start of the fight. That's why you have to run as soon as you know there's a tiger about to land on you. You need to just run as far as you can from him, because otherwise you will get flattened. Okay, Jab Orb. Shade. Okay. Shade is good, because now we can check the Earthseed pedestal, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm assuming, well, I can't assume, but chances are there's something here at the Earthseed pedestal. Chances are. Whether it be Sylphid, whether it be the Moon Seed, whether it be, I don't know, Fire Seed maybe, the Gold Key maybe. Could be any one of those. However, we are going to save, because if this happens to be nothing, then we're going to reset out. Because there are some items still out there, like Gnome, like Dryad, like the Boomerang. We know where the bow is. The bow is at the Salamander Oven, which we don't need to go get that at all. Alright, what are we dealing with up here? Crabs, looks like? Yeah. Okay. Alright, crabs, we just gotta be patient. Yeah. I don't think I need to magic absorb here. I'm gonna do it anyway, though. No, Sprite. Yeah, I don't want to take any chances here. Okay, ghouls. Okay. Metal Crab is a perfect example why we don't want to be rushing through these enemies, because they have their little bubble attack that they do like right from the start. As soon as they see you, or as soon as they come on screen, they'll do it. And if you run into that, you take damage. Oh, that was close. There's a crab up here. Yep. So we're just gonna wait until they blow their bubbles. Cool, they don't walk up. Okay, who is this? Oh, you again? Okay. Alright. Azurvane is fine. This is kind of when I wish I had Dryad. The wall spell would be spectacular on a seed like this, especially on bosses like that where you don't know when it's gonna cast the spells. And I'm assuming that was a Jabberwocky. It had to be. But yeah, wall would be absolutely spectacular on a seed like this. Alright, please let there be something here. Gnome and the moon seed. Okay, there we go. There we go. We got our 7th seed. We got gnome in the process too. I don't think we've run across any wind element bosses. I think we've been across one or two. But anywho, we're gonna stop here and refill up on our items here. I think I only used one cup of wishes though. Yeah, we still have all of our stuff. There we go. We don't need to forge. No, we don't need to forge. We're good. I do know what I want to get though. I think I saw a Lazring back in, I want to say Kakara. Might have been Southtown. I don't remember. I might just grab that Lazring for Sprite. I might as well. Yeah, we can grab that last ring, sure. Another +5 to his intelligence. Okay. Again, we're not doing this for the defense. We're doing this for the bonus stats. All right, we are going to go to Peel Land. We need to slowly make our way through. We got 6 bosses to kill. The bosses shouldn't be too bad, honestly. It's just the enemies there that are going to be an issue. Oh, we got what, Darkstalkers? Yeah. I think we got trap flowers here too. I think we definitely want to magic absorb our way through here and stun these things because our vision is kind of limited here. And we can run into an unsuspecting javelin by those guys. Fire Gigas, so we don't know what element he is though. Dryad. Unfortunate. Okay. On a seed like this, the targeting command is one of your best friends. And that way you know what you're dealing with. Or either the targeting command or, you know, pointing one of your spells at the target. Ooh, there's Dryad though. You know what? Oh, you don't have no damn MP though. Okay, here's what we do. We cast this. We feed you this. Now, if any unsuspecting enemy wants to cast something on me, they'll get reflected on like these flowers. Okay, Mantisant? Yeah, he's Dryad element too. Wow, that 382 must have been a low roll. Because he got 2-shot by that. Alright, Axe Orb, Glove Orb. Alright, let's keep it pushing. Ooh, 52 MP. Trap flowers are weak against Luna. I'm not sure what was there. I couldn't tell. Oh, flowers, okay. Okay, we got Howlers, which are dangerous in their own right. Ghosts, let me see. Let's try doing this. Hit this. He didn't get slept. Okay. We do have burst now, but I probably shouldn't be casting this here. But it doesn't matter. I swear, if the fire seed is in the Pure Land, I'm going to be upset. Jab Orb, Axe Orb, okay. Okay, level 20. Darkstalkers, let us not cast that. Let us cast this and swing. Woo. That could have been disastrous right there. He gets reflected on. Okay, we have to be very careful in this next room. Okay. Alright, you again. I might need one more. Yeah. There we go. I want to try to keep wall up on everybody so we don't get put to sleep by these damn flowers. I thought I saw Ivy Amulet in some shop too, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it now. Alright, Glove Orb and 200 bucks. Okay, actually... Okay, let's do one of these. Let's do one of these. Let's move to the left. Okay. Nice. Okay, girl lost her wall, which is fine. Cast it on yourself. Status effects are actually, well, also I should say, status effects are also very useful on a seed like this. Sleep Flower is useful. Blaze Wall is useful on certain enemies, anyway. Of course, some enemies can't be slept, and some enemies can't be engulfed. All right, who's up here? You? All right, we got you. All right, we're almost there. We just got to get through, what, 2 more rooms and then another boss. All right, Sword Orb and Whip Orb. Level 22. There's an enemy right there. Texas, move away, move away. Hexes is also a very dangerous boss on the one-hit KO because pretty much everything she does can kill you. Pigment's Glare can kill you unless you block it. Alright, Boom Orb, Jab Orb. Okay, so the Fire Seed's not here. Good. Alright, let's be careful here. Cast this just in case. Alright. We are home free. That's it. Whew. Okay. What a seed. This seed was very stressful. Very, very stressful seed. Because when you are dealing with one-hit KO, literally everything kills you. And you have to play safe. You have to play safe, otherwise you just die. You will not get through a seed like this if you play too aggressive and try to rush through it. Alright, 147.30 is our time. Yeah, this is definitely a seed where you have to take your time. You have to just assess things. You have to assess enemies in the room. You have to figure out the best way to get through rooms. Because if you rush through a seed like this, you will get killed. There's just no way around it. You will not get through a seed like this if you play through it like you would on a normal randomizer run. Because you don't have armor. You don't have defense at all. And you have 1 HP. You die to literally everything that does damage. So, with that said, this is a seed where you absolutely have to play your life. And by play your life, I mean you have to be super careful around pretty much everything. I mean, there are a couple of enemies that you can be a little bit more aggressive towards, or you can run past them. Like Marma Blues, for example, you can literally just run past them. I don't think they do damage. I know they can shrink you, but they don't, as far as I know, they don't do damage. But Marma Blues are like one of the few enemies that you can do that with. Same with like pretty much any enemy that's not immediately aggressive. Weepy Eyes and Whimpers are another. Those guys will only attack you if they're on screen long enough. And they usually attack with magic, but they give you plenty of time to kill them, that's what I'm saying. But those types of enemies, you can absolutely just run past them, and you don't have to worry about taking damage unless you intentionally try to fight them. Shapeshifters are another type of enemies. You can just like run past them. They don't really do anything unless they're on screen long enough, then they will, you know, summon other enemies. But on the flip side, you have enemies like werewolves or wolves in general, honestly, 2-legged and 4-legged. Enemies like metal crawlers, those are absolutely a nightmare because they are very aggressive for one thing, and they will not hesitate to kill you if they see you. Werewolves especially. They will come spinning at you, trying to do their little, you know, kung fu moves, and they will just decimate your team. That's what they're designed to do. There's a reason why werewolves are one of the most dangerous enemies in the game, because they are absolutely relentless. And when you find werewolves in small rooms like we did in the Dark Palace, then chances are, unless you know what to do right then and there, you will just get wiped. And thankfully, we didn't have any full team wipes on this run. We came close a couple of times, but we did not have any full team wipes. We did not have any game overs, thank goodness. But this seed, really wants you to know what to do in any given situation when it comes to one hit KO. Because if you don't know what to do on a seed like this, then I mean, chances are you're not going to get through it, or it's going to take you an awful long time to get through it. Like those werewolves in Dark Palace are a perfect example. You saw when I was going through there, the werewolf that was in the first room. I had to immediately get into the menu, because once you're in the menu, the enemies, they don't damage you until you're like almost through with your like casting animation or whatever. But when you're in the middle of a casting animation, enemies typically don't damage you unless you have, say, Lucid Barrier on, then they will status you. But other than that, you can get a few seconds of iframes, and you can utilize that to survive. The boy, in this case, we had to just try, what I had to do is just try to move him. Sometimes you can't though. Another spot that's really dangerous is one of the rooms, or actually both rooms. Both rooms down in the Northtown Castle dungeon are also very atrocious for having certain enemies in them, because what happens is if you don't have the defense and you run into one of those rooms and you run into a certain type, or run into certain types of enemies in those rooms, then you will just die, or you take damage depending on the seed. But in one hit KO, you just die and there's nothing you can do about it. There's a reason why Moppleton had to move those enemies slightly down so they don't immediately hit you when you walk into the room, because you have enemies such as slimes, what else, eye spies, or not even eye spies, I think it's just mainly slimes, right? Because slimes, they damage you upon contact. I'm trying to think what else damages you upon contact. I know green drops, red drops, blue drops do. I want to say Embermen. I think they do. I mean, they clap you for damage, yeah, but I think they damage you upon contact. Oh, flowers, lullabuds, trap flowers, they damage upon contact as well. So those are the types of enemies that you absolutely have to be super careful around, because if you touch them, you take damage, and on a one-hit KO seed, you die. And you notice how we almost got wiped to a group of slimes earlier, because my team simply touched them. You cannot be too careful around enemies like that. And in that situation, what you want to do, especially if you run across them in small rooms like most dungeons have, is try to get into the menu ASAP with your AI controlled characters anyway, and then move your controlled character out of their hitbox, because once you touch their hitbox, then you get hit. There's just nothing you can do about it. And in one hit KO, you just get killed. So tactics like that are a godsend on a seat like this, and it really pays to know what you can do to prevent dying. You pretty much have to do that. As far as bosses are concerned, I mean, yeah, bosses can one-hit KO you too, but once you get access to magic, then they're not too much of a threat. However, you can't be too lenient with them either, because if you stop your casting on them, then they will get attacks off. Depends on what you're fighting too. Good examples of bosses that you don't want to trifle with on one-hit KO are snakes, especially Big Brother Snake, aka the Dragon Worm. I call him Big Brother because he's much more annoying. He's much more durable. He's much more aggressive than Little Brother Great Viper is. You absolutely have to keep them locked down, because if you give them the chance to cast spells on you or slither through you, in Snake's example, then you're just gonna die. And you either have to start cast canceling things or damage canceling things. I call it cast cancel, damage cancel, same thing. And it's just, they become even more of a headache to deal with. You also don't want to fool around too long with Gigases, because they are very potent spellcasters. Hexes is another very dangerous boss that you just don't want to deal with. Well, we only saw one during the run, but I'm just saying hexes in general. Any sort of boss that has a plethora of magic to use on you and is not afraid to use it, those are the most dangerous. Tigers are especially dangerous because they pretty much counterattack every time you hit them. They can actually kill your team as soon as they land on the battlefield. If you are in the wrong spot, you're just dead, because they land on you. You take damage when they land on you. So you absolutely have to get out of the way, get out of dodge, because if you don't, then you will die once they land on you. And that's when it's imperative to try and listen for their little, they make a little sound right before they come down onto the field, and they make that same sound during the fight as you fight them as well. You have to listen out for that sound, because once you hear that sound, you know a tiger is coming. You know it's a tiger boss, whether it be Spiky Tiger, whether it be Blue Spike. That means you need to move out of the way. And then there's some bosses you can be a little bit more aggressive towards, such as Biting Lizard. Tonpor can actually kill you if you let him jump into you. He jumps randomly, so it's kind of hard to predict where he's going to go. But Tonpor Biting Lizard is not that bad under one hit KO, as long as you know what to do. Tropicalo can be annoying, depending on if he spits any pumpkin bombs. Minotaurs, Gorgon Bulls, I don't think they're that bad. Especially Gorgon Bull, because you can manipulate his AI, get him to do what you want him to do, and so on and so forth. So it helps to know what to do against what enemy and where on this type of seed. Strategies, tactics, knowing what to do, knowing what spells to cast, status effects in general are all very important on a seed like this. And the most important thing on a one-hit KO seed is to stay alive and play your life, because if you do not, if you just rush through areas trying to get a fast time, you are not getting through a seed like this. Anyway, 147.30 is our time for this seed, this challenge seed. This was I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this was a very stressful seed, because I had to stay on my toes every which way. I had to make sure, I had to assess the room, see what enemies were in the room, and that's where your knowledge of enemy attack patterns and enemy movement patterns and enemy spawn locations come into play. Because if you know where enemies spawn, that's a really big help. If you know what attacks enemies do, what spells they do, how they attack, how they fight, that's also a huge help as well. So all of that is really good to have knowledge on in a situation, or in a seed like this rather. All right, I will see you guys next time.